The UAW is hitting another major plant of one of the big three automakers. In fact, workers were called on to strike at one of GM's most profitable factories. This time, the stand-up strike was called at an SUV plant in Arlington, Texas. Yesterday, workers at a Stellantis pickup truck plant near Detroit joined the picket line. The Texas strike brings the total number of striking UAW members to 46,000. GM released a statement in response to this new development saying, quote, "We are disappointed by the escalation of this unnecessary and irresponsible strike. It is harming our team members who are sacrificing their livelihoods and having negative ripple effects on our dealers, suppliers, and the communities that rely on us." Strike is having a ripple effect in Northeast Ohio, too. Less trucks coming off the assembly line in Texas and Michigan means fewer people needed to make truck parts. News 5's Tessa DeTiro picks up that coverage in Parma.
139 employees at the GM Parma metal stamping plant won't be headed into work Wednesday. I spoke with the president of UAW Local 1005.
Some trades got it, some production got it. Our press room was affected quite a bit, second and third shift, our metal assembly area. So it was across the whole plant.
At last update, UAW President Shawn Fain said the big three automakers, Ford, General Motors, and Stellantis, have offered 23% wage increases, but believes it can bring that number up.
The bottom line is we've got cards left to play, and they've got money left to spend.
I was in the plant this morning walking around and just spending time with everybody. And before this came out, and they're just like, hey, we got to do what we got to do. It's our time.
Local 1005 President Dan Schwartz tells me this is a temporary layoff. At the end of the strike, the 139 laid off employees will return to their jobs in Parma. The UAW plans to pay the laid off workers strike pay.
Everybody's still fired up, ready to go. We've done this before, and we're willing to go ahead and dig in and go as far as we have to.
I spoke with one expert who explained the current labor market's potential impact on strikers.
We still have very low levels of unemployment. And so we see that there just aren't a ton of, workers out there looking for jobs that can't find them, which empowers the workers a little bit to be able to say, perhaps this is our time to ask for a little bit more that we think that we've earned or deserved.
And more than 5 weeks into the strike, some economists predict an even more challenging experience in finding and affording cars.
For the consumer purchasing those vehicles, it's sort of a double whammy in terms of having higher prices for vehicles for all of these reasons and having high interest rates. So if you're, financing that vehicle, it's going to be a pretty expensive thing to do, and it's going to keep a lot of people out of that market.
Tuesday night, I spoke with some employees as they were leaving work. They told me they weren't affected by the strike, but morale was still high inside the plant. In Parma, Tessa DeTiro, News 5.
As long as it continues, News 5 will continue to bring you the latest information on the UAW strike and the impact it's having on local families and communities. You can see our updates on our News 5 app, on our website too, news5cleveland.com.